Good evening, Twitch. How you doing? It is November 6th, 2020. It's Friday, and sorry about the quick restart there. Sorry if I cut out the GameCube boot up sound there, Newton. Yeah, I didn't want to be streaming in 724 48p. I don't even know how I managed to pull that off, streaming at 48 frames per second, but I did. Everything's going to hell, just like this game. Last time we actually played a little bit more Hades, got so close. Like, literally one more hit, and I walked too far to the right and got myself blasted. And it's only now I actually just realized that this game has done the cardinal sin of a lot of rogue games. It has stuffing. Good, just watching the latest episode of Tonikawa. I've heard of that, actually. I ended up watching, what was it, the four anime I've been watching lately has been, was it Sleepy Princess, I'm just gonna call it Kuma Kuma Kuma, or Bear 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 Bear, just because I can't remember the title. And then today, was it King's Raid, and, what was it, Don Machi, Is It Okay to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Those are... Anime this time around is just kind of weird for me. I mean, the Bear one, or Kuma Kuma Kuma, I'm like, oh, this is nice, this is wholesome. It's like this whole, alright, she's living in a virtual world, she's basically going to be the whole Mary Sue, she's basically got godlike powers, and it turns out the answer to everything is child labor. It's like, why are you making this thing look so colorful, and yet everything is so dark? Tonikawa, definitely one of the cutest series of the season. Huh. Well, hopefully it's been a lot of fun for you. Goodness, we need something that actually is more wholesome. That'll bring people together than bring people apart. But for now, though, I don't actually deal with a family that just wants to just pull itself apart here. Let's play some more Hades. I'm still sticking by my current analysis of this game. Initially, I was having a good time, because you're always going to have fun going through the bosses and such. I now realize what this game actually is. It's evil. It's evil in the sense of having poor design and a lot of stuffing. Or defensive design, I should say. Because I feel like the best way to play this game is to be a complete spaz. I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean that in quite literally as be analytical here. You literally need to just dash as much as possible.
How's it going?
I've been better. It's Friday, though. It's wonderful. So I did do a few things, actually. I've been scratching my head here, actually. That's why I've been actually booted up the game here. And I've been scratching my head here going, how am I going to actually make a run possible? The best way that I can actually manage this. And I realized, I'm actually going to try something else here. So I've decided to go with some of the shadow stuff. Chthonic Vitality. I maxed out Death Defiance, so now that I have enough darkness, I'd rather have the 3 lives there. Greater Reflex, of course, you're going to need a dash here. I'm actually surprised they have another dash move, but I feel like you just need to dash spam in this game. It'll probably change the further you go in, but with how much or how little darkness I have in comparison to how much, I feel like this is the best here. Still win with Family Favorite. Any way to actually increase my damage, try to get much thick skin as possible here. Olympian Favor, I'm not investing in that yet. I have a feeling this actually can increase a lot if you really tried, which is probably what this game is all about, is the common, and this is what I don't like about it. It's not only you have to level up the boons, you also have to get really lucky and get the higher tier of each of the boons. It has that, that feeling terrible MMO experience part. Onikawa, a romantic comedy about a guy who fell in love with a girl. He saw her after a car accident. The guy said only you could date me if you marry me. Oh, I think I saw a clip on that on YouTube. Yeah, that's honestly such a weird plot. That's just a weird plot. But I tried to go with something with damage reduction instead here with the whole abyssal blood. I feel like deep pockets can help, but it's more of a short-term than a long-term strategy thing. Like, money in this game will always be helpful. But it's not comparison to how much I need to build up my health or need to build up my damage. Like, high confidence, that's damnably confidence there. You could... I feel like, if anything, this is probably actually what you really should strive for, because anything that lets you do more damage, the better off you actually are, if anything. For now... What was the other one? Stygian Soul. Oh yeah, regenerate your cast. That's what it is. I think for now I'd rather just have a second one here. We'll just spend what we have left here. Because any damage I can get, the better.
You're getting pretty strong, I'll give you that, boyo. Strong enough to smack a guy like me right up against the wall and I'd go straight to pieces. Boom! You just remember, when you're duking it out, the walls are your friend.
Smack guys against walls. Sound advice as ever, mate.
But the first thing I want to actually do is actually unlock this. How much? 20%? We want to unlock the last of these infernal arms.
Let's try it. Exogryph, the rail of adamant. Annihilate all who oppose me.
Oh, change of plan, I like it.
There we go. So, let's see. X to fire. Oh.
Got to reload.
Oh, I do not like that. That is not... This is actually terrible. So right trigger to reload on a game where you never press the right trigger.
Yeah, keep going.
Why? Oh, okay, so there's a little bit of delay. You gonna try watching Hayate the Combat Butler? The Combat Butler, perfect. Oh, I shouldn't be surprised that there's ammo, but at the same time, I'm
Excellent.
not surprised. I'm actually torn here. Like, obviously, I need to do all of this. You know, let's actually just finish off the Cosmic Egg here, and then I'll work on
Should help.
another one of them.
Just need to get from here across all that.
There's a lot of anime you're talking about that I've never heard of, but that shouldn't surprise me.
Pleasure doing business with you, Fates. Nice to have my ancient legendary weapons there.
There we go. 135, that means I can actually build something else. Oh, hello. Is there something new? Well, I'm gonna get this, honestly, the troves.
Here, the underworld could always use a little extra renovating, right?
Is that the last one? It is the last one. Okay, that'll actually give me a little bit more money at the end. Alright. So we're about as powerful as we can actually be. Well, we could be a lot more powerful, what can I say?
Alright, one more time.
That's what I keep saying to myself. Really, a hammer right off the bat. Your attack seeks the nearest foe and deals 10% damage. Your special becomes a rocket that deals 80 damage. A special does 300 damage in a large area. It can hurt you. Oh, that's a lot of damage. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the Seeking Fire.
That's it.
Shield of Chaos. Oh, we completed that entry. In defense, I had to look away from it. The family of weapons used to end the Titan War. The other members of it seem almost alive in their own way, but there is no almost about this. It instills in me a feeling I would rather leave unnamed. And the bearer of the Aegis meet on in agreeable terms. Adamant Rail. Least known among the gods who stood together to dispose the Titans is Lady Hestia, reclusive goddess of the hearth, and one-time wielder of Exegriff, the Rail of Adamant, an artifact of metal and of flame so dreadful that the gods themselves abandoned it once their fell work was done. Honestly, the reload button being that is terrible, being R3. That could have been on any other button.
Ready for me.
Oh, at least there's an auto-aim. That's actually nice. Starting to think I should have gone with the special. Yeah, I'm really honestly out of the loop when it comes to a lot of stuff. It's just too much information now. It really just comes down to that. There's just too much information. I'm a little surprised there's actually some range. Oh. Okay. Alright. Has the Butler anime been running for long, or has it been more of just kinda... Is it recent? Okay. Well, I can't actually hurt myself with this, then. Alright. Nope. What? I'm not paying attention to where I'm going.
Can't do that.
I heard fishing.
Looks like a good spot.
Oh, come on.
Got it. What do you know? A hellfish.
Things I do. So how long has the combat butler here been going? Oh. Uh-oh. Ah. Really?
You traveled rather far down there since last we met, my kid. And that means you have dealt incalculable death. I must commend you thus.
Your attack inflicts doom, your special causes doom, and slicing shot. I'll be honest, I actually don't like slicing shot anymore because the whole... Like, it does a lot of damage, but the problem with it is... Well, it doesn't do much else. Let's see. Darkness or gems?
Let me see.
I'd rather go darkness. Anything, like right now I just need as much darkness as possible. How far does that go? Pretty far. And it does not care about that at all. Does that actually count as a bullet? No, it doesn't count as a bullet. Money or Zeus? I'll choose Zeus. It's 2008. Wow. Well, at least you can walk and run.
Well, if it isn't the one and only rail of adamant in your possession there. To strike one's enemies from afar is really the only way, I think, and it's about as good a substitute for lightning bolts as you're likely to find.
Let's see. Your special causes lightning. Your dash causes lightning bolts to strike. Your cast is a burst of chain lightning. Yeah, might as well.
Thunder and lightning.
Oh, I actually need both of these. Why?
Worth it.
I need both, don't I? Oh, right, I can't even see the fates. Oh, that sucks. Well, I know I need both, so... Well, I'm using a ranged weapon, so let's go Artemis. Whatever gives me the fated choice. What the heck? Oh!
Takes care of that.
Interesting enemy. There we go. If that doesn't get me that gold, I don't know what will.
Something's troubled me a little about you. You fight so desperately. At first I thought you simply lacked in patience, but now I see it's urgency that drives you. What is it that you're after, really?
See, Artemis gets Zagreus. Your cast seeks foes 10% with 10% chance to deal critical damage. Yeah, strike deals more damage. Artemis aid. Well, I actually have to get this because it's no invulnerability, but I have to actually get that. Between keys and unknown, I'll take the unknown.
Prince said.
Hey, sir.
That reminds me, I need to actually give him one of these. What do you give me?
Hey, sir. Thought this might ease your burden for a while.
Now hold a moment, Highness. I cannot accept something like this. Not without giving back a little something in return, that is.
Thanks for that, sir.
A shattered shackle. Interesting.
If I may be so bold, Your Highness, I was wondering, what brings you back around this way again? Same story as last time?
Look, I have to level with you, Sisyphus. I'm leaving the house. I've had quite enough. You understand, I'm sure. I'm going to the surface.
108, 101 episodes is not bad.
That is quite an undertaking, Prince. If it wasn't you yourself proposing it, I'd like to call it madness, truth be told. Though, you're just mad enough to pull it off. Well, hey, I hope you make it. Good fortune out there.
Free healing, more darkness. Well, I want the darkness.
I got you covered, Prince.
Thank you, mate.
Let's see. He earns the Fury's lashes for the crime of having once outsmarted the Lord Hades, cheated death. A reckless plan, although he executed it and bought him a little extra time. Though now he pays for it, heaving that boulder constantly. It follows a poor guy who rescues a rich girl, ends up becoming the girl butler at Liz's mansion. Interesting.
Here I am.
Oh, there's something else up there. Never mind. I'm like, why are you firing over there? Key? Ah, the rail has a form of a function to benefit one's nightmares. While other weapons of the gods inspired mortal counterparts, I'm relieved to say that the rail's cruel design has not yet been discovered in a stroke of mortal inspiration to conduct their wars. Don't worry, we got it covered now. Alright, only thing I get is money. That sounds familiar for some reason. I don't know why, though. I will say, though, I'm getting used to this whole... Okay, it bounces off walls. Good to know the grenade bounces off walls.
What do we have here?
Let's see. Nothing for free. 2 boons, health, or chaos. You know what? I'll take the 2 boons. I should have taken chaos. I'm an idiot. You know, I want to see what she says if she's upset.
Why, thank you.
Let's see. Your doom effects deal more damage when applied multiple times. It's actually what I want. Alright, let's see what she says when it gets upset.
So that's your choice. Maybe you're more like my relatives than I'd care to admit.
No hard feelings, Lady Artemis. Looks like I ain't.
Oh dear. You know, actually, Artemis is my dude. Never mind. Never mind. You know what? Actually,
So you survived. So what? Here, why not take a boon and then be off?
let's see. And support fire. After you cast or hit an attack or special, fire a seeking arrow. Well, I have to take that, actually.
Let's hunt some dead.
Other than that, watch anime today, even playing No More Heroes 1 and made it to rank 2. Nice! That's a lot of progress. Well, more boons means more damage in this game.
This one.
Reduce damage from traps. Your dash deals damage and... After you take damage... No, I'll take the dash. And I'll take the max health. And let's get ourselves some money. Electo?
Not quite.
Oh. I hope I don't have to date her.
I was really hoping we could change the subject. Please?
What the heck are you? Oh, was not ready for the second dash.
This again.
Ah. Why am I not using my cast on her? What the heck did she do to me? That was weird.
I'm innocent. Did Exegriff just shudder?
That was odd. After Shinobu, the other bosses weren't much of a challenge besides rank 3 and 2. Refresh my memory, which was rank 2 and 3.
Oh, I didn't see you come in.
Don't worry.
Hey, how's it going, Pretty Time? Also, I just realized I had the Chaos Egg equipped.
Let's think about this.
Gain money.
Oh, I'm rich.
How do you do this Friday evening? Rank 2, you got lucky and did... Oh, yeah, rank number 2 was Bad Girl. I'm trying to remember what she actually did. Obviously, she was just the girl with the baseball bat. Real sadist, that one. She died how she lived. In pain.
Let's go up. Done.
I really don't remember a lot of the fights. I remember the superhero. I remember the obese lady with the great big gun.
Hydra awaits.
Not much else, unfortunately. But thank you very much for the bits, Pretty.
Burn flingers.
Oh, it's every time.
Not yet.
Uh-oh.
Sure.
What? The Bloodless? Once mortals who fell in battle, they were not given proper burial and now remain forever trapped in the throes of combat. A seething consciousness encased within a prison of bleached bone. Rank 3 was the fat lady, okay. Yeah, I remember that one strictly just simply because you lost your mentor, which really sucks. Athena or more Zeus. I need a... Wait, I already have Athena. Wait, no, but I need her, actually. A magician? I don't remember a magician. I definitely don't remember a magician. Okay, this gun might actually be a lifesaver here this time around. Or we could be fighting stronger enemies.
I'll tell you something, cousin. If even Artemis is aiding you, it's proof your cause is just. She doesn't often take an interest in family affairs.
Blinding Flash. Your abilities that can deflect also make foes exposed. Last stand, Death Defiance restores more health than usual, replenish one use. Well, rank 4 was Magician. I really don't remember the Magician. I remember the Soldier. She was interesting. Oh, bonus backstack damage. Okay.
Divine protection.
Oh, right. There was fishing here. Where was the fish? There's the fish.
It's you or me, fishies.
Oh, come on. That bubbling lava does not help.
I got one. Slavug.
He turns the screen upside down and sometimes puts you in a box? Ew. I definitely don't remember that. I do not remember that at all.
Set.
Oh, no. Oh, right. Reload. Fuck. Really is.
That's something.
Man, it makes me actually kind of want to go back and through that game and see what the heck I actually missed. What am I missing? Really don't actually have much of either. But I'm curious to see how much deflection we can get.
Steady now.
Oh. Well.
Fancy running into you again.
Oh, that's so bad. Although I will be more than happy to take that chaos. Uh-oh. That upgrade from Artemis is actually really nice.
I hate those two.
I don't know, they're pretty fun to fight.
In the name of Hades.
Fan length shot. Your cast damages foes in a small area and can deflect. Well, I'm gonna take that. And we're gonna take the chaos, because it actually doesn't cost us anything.
I trust the small round catalyst which I provided you has been of value, son of Hades. It is my hope it makes your journeys to this space less difficult, perhaps inducing them on a more frequent interval.
Abyssal Flourish. For the next 4 encounters, you take 340% damage from traps. Afterward, your special deals 66% damage. After 3 encounter, rolling lunge, dash strike increases 54. Yeah, I'll take the special. I'll be more than happy to take the special. I just remember once you got up to a certain point of that, of the game, it just got really good. Like, you couldn't be beat. Like, when you did all the other missions and such. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, good. This actually still... Okay. I gotta say, I actually like a lot of Athena's, abilities. Like, That's really good. Just being able to actually do more damage. So this is a lot of enemies. A lot. What the heck are they? Still one left. There we go.
Let's see here.
Instant treasure. Free health. Yeah, I'll take that. Any money? I could use money. Money is always welcome. No money. Alright, Mark's health or shot health. I feel like I just should avoid the shops now. As strange as it sounds, unless I am really hurting. Well, that just means we're gonna fight the Bone Hydra.
Not now.
Oh, can I hurt myself? No? Huh, I wonder what... That was weird. Alright. You guys discovered a fast way of attacking. I always, like, using the Wiimote really changed the game. I can't even think what you actually do need to do if you need to do buttons for attacks.
There we go.
Oh, shoot. I just realized what the... Ah. It's gonna be over here instead.
Whoa, that's not good.
There's nowhere to be safe here. These bullets are not homing as much as I want them to. Alright. Alright. Yes, I can. Yeah, I remember I had to do a lot of money grinding before I... Well, actually, I didn't really need to do the money grinding. I wanted to do all the side stuff.
Beautiful.
Okay, I will admit this gun is actually really good. I don't know if it's the buffs I have with it, but it actually feels good, at least. The only thing I don't like about it is the reloading.
King Theseus is eager to see you again soon.
Oh, I was hoping for banter from that. Let's see. 9 more encounters, and that's actually done. Don't need health, and no, I don't need... I don't want to waste my money on boons. I haven't been getting much money, I just realized. A range weapon's gotta have its limitation. I agree. It does. It should. Like, it can be a safe weapon, but honestly...
Another day or night in paradise.
There's still a lot in this game that can just throw you down. Well, I need Hermes. I haven't had Hermes yet. I need Hermes, Aphrodite. What else do I need, actually? Hermes, Aphrodite, Poseidon. I need a Poseidon one. I did not need you, though. Can I... why does it... Whoop. Alright, that works. Not another one.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Okay. Thank goodness for Doom. Thank goodness for Doom.
Well, what's good there, cuz? Who am I kidding? We can cut the small talk. I don't mind. I interrupt my brothers and sisters all the time.
Okay, now Hermes is starting to actually talk. The speed I was expecting. Let's see here. Have to use call. Each time you enter a chamber, you get a bit of wealth. We're already too far into it. To dash, you become sturdy and move 100% faster. Oh, that's so good. Both of these are actually really good. You might get Travis Strikes Again. I heard the first one is like it's fun because it was a novel experience for the Wii. The second one, people weren't so into it because it leaned more into the chores aspect and not so much into the I'm an assassin. Like, it's honestly a miracle that even we're getting a No More Heroes 3. I mean, especially for how long Travis has actually been gone. I actually don't know which one to choose, actually. You know what? 30% damage is 30% damage reduction. I don't have a... Oh, that's... That does feel good, though. That does feel good, though. I gotta go hammer. Between health and hammer, I gotta go hammer. Come on, what do I... Yeah, we're just gonna... I can't believe that actually hit me. You know, the hard part about this gun here, I realized I probably should have used the call one. It's just simply because of the,
My Chaos Boom switched to a new effect.
Oh? Oh, I finally got the Chaos Boon. Your attack is faster and more accurate, gaining 6%, gaining 6 ammo. Your special is 300. Cluster Bomb. Your special fires a spread of 5 amount, but does 30% less damage. Oh, that is... I'd rather have the damage. Oh, that is a big area. I was not expecting that. Oh, that's a big area. The thing about the gun in this not mixing well is if you're firing, you're not moving. I find it amazing that Bad Girl Dad is playable in Travis Strikes Again. I didn't even know she had a dad.
Glad I put in the order for a fountain chamber in this area.
Free health. Any money? Nope. Yeah, I gotta go more damage.
Come forth and be swatted, deadly butterflies.
Fuck. What is... I am not gonna be able to see what the heck I'm actually fighting, am I? That's not what I want. Ooh. Why are you not moving?
I'll keep my soul for now, thanks.
Urge to kill. Your attack special and cast deals 16% more damage. Your doom effects deal more damage, but takes longer to activate. I'd rather just go for the straight damage.
The War God's power.
Boon or... Well, let's go for a level up.
I'll destroy you.
Gotta remember that whole reload aspect is the part that's gonna throw me off every time. Really? That fast? Alright. Who's next? Or next? Oh, I don't like this already. Need to kill you. Don't you try and run away from me.
Destroyed as promised.
Let's see. Your attacks inflict doom, cast small areas, and deflect 153 damage. Ooh. My doom stacks, though. That's the thing. Yeah, let's go with the stacking. Alright. Meet the soul, meet the unknown. You know what? I'll take the level up, actually. I actually feel confident about my damage now.
Ready.
Yeah, that's a lot. Whoa. I kinda gotta be careful about myself, though. That pervious buff. Palm power. At times, it's called a window to Olympus. No, I've already seen that. Anvil of Fates. The master artisan Daedalus once fashioned an artifact in honor of the three fates, or perhaps in quiet irony. It's such a shame to think the fates have each every outcry preordained. They weave out all our lives as but a bit of fabric. I would much prefer to have been forged of bronze and spun of silk. Apparently he's been hunting Travis for killing his daughter. Can't blame the guy for that. Cannot blame the guy for that. That's a lot of damage, actually. I'm not gonna be afraid of that. And between the two, I'll take that. I want to see what else these guys can give me.
One of them's going to be mad.
Well, I'd rather have
Hey, thanks.
clean kill. Your critical effects deal even more damage. Oh, I actually have to take that one, so let's take it.
The whims of our kind are unpredictable, my kin. But you shall find responses to such acts to be the definition of consistency.
So that's the way it is then.
Oh.
Looks like I angered him.
Stop. No, the freaking Lancers. I didn't notice that. I'm not noticing the Lancers. Also, I just am noticing my own stuff here. Heck is everything.
Who's next?
There we go.
Your sacrifice to me just now has moved me to forgiveness for the time. Thus shall we call a truce.
Like I said, I only went up to number 1. I never even got to play number 2. Let's see, just slaying a foe. Your next attack or special, that doesn't do crap for me. Your doom effects deal more damage. After using Death Defiance, you deal more damage. That encounter. I am taking that.
Kill or be killed.
Already know to take that. What?
What's regenerating?
It's the end of them. I'll be honest, this is so much spam. Like, I just can't see what's going on anymore.
Need to press on.
Let's see. After you cast or hit with attack, fire, seeking arrow. Yeah, I'm leveling that up. Shop or palm? I gotta take the shop. I have to heal. And I hope to God there's actually something to heal here. Thank God there is. Uh-oh. Just in case.
Cheers, mate. Good enough to eat.
Let's see. Your special causes lightning bolts. Oh yeah, I forgot it actually did that. Well, I'll take Curse of Agony now.
Ah, so then the boatman Charon came through for us after all, did he? Whatever means we have to reach you, we'll employ.
Lightning Rod. Your collectible cast strike near foes. What? Oh, strike. Oh, Lightning Rod. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, yeah, I'll take Lightning Rod.
Thanks, family.
That will make this a whole lot easier.
Asterius, other guy.
And where do you think you're going, fiend? Thought you might scoot right past Asterius and myself without a fight?
I was hoping so.
No, on quite the contrary. I've been under no impression that avoiding conflict is an option here. So say your piece and let's get on with it.
You, hellspawn, shall not traverse that gate behind me whilst my compatriot and I equivalently live and breathe. Prepare for death.
Does he speak for you? Just as honest question.
Are you yet fearful for the inevitable end to your foul quest? Suffer, fiend.
It's gonna reduce your damage and your move speed. And also apparently run away from you as fast as I possibly can. Can I get you to run into him? No, I cannot. Uh-oh.
Goddess Demeter, I beg of you, assist me.
Just gonna...
Artemis, I hear you. I am still
Did I seriously?
You're next, Bullman.
Oh god. Why? Don't you stop? Really like you to die now. Don't even know if I'm doing damage to him. Really like to do... Why did that not go anywhere? Okay, just calm down. Whew.
That'll show them. Must be something I can do with this.
Did not lose my Death Defiance. That is lovely. That's what I was hoping for. Alright.
You wouldn't dare.
Honestly, the voice acting really does make this game. One encounter to rank that up. I'm definitely gonna grab that.
Useful.
Anything worth selling? No. Alright.
I'm almost out of here.
Last area. Let's see if Hades actually, if I can beat Hades with this gun. Honestly, this combination we have is really good.
The Underworld's entryway.
Oh. Hello. I saw that money. Don't you try and fool me with it. Although I wasted all my money. Fishing? Oh, fishing. Hello. I'll be more than happy to take that. Come on. Give me a fish.
Think I got one.
Looks like a go.
Let's see. A diamond, Athena, Daedalus. Huh. Okay. What do we have here? Palm and Ares. I'll take Ares first. I'm surprised. I'm starting to think this game, the way this game is designed, is actually to, actually limit the number of, gods that appear. I'm starting to think that. Just so you don't actually really get to take advantage. Of all the things that exist here. Well, that will definitely clear up a room. Nope, don't see any. Oh god, not you. Ah, crap, where's the freaking heal? There. Oh, thank god they can actually take poison damage.
All set. In the name of Hades.
Impending Doom. Your Doom effects deal more damage, but take longer to activate. Curse of Vengeance. After you take damage, inflict Doom to walls around you. I'll take that. Is it time to play GameCube games?
Not poisoned at the moment, thanks.
Is it time to play GameCube games? That's what I'm pulling from you. Wouldn't be a bad thing, honestly. You know what? I'll take that. Ah. That's so much damage. That is so much damage. Alright, that does not stop them from attacking. Thank goodness this gun auto-aims. Yes, there was money back there. I really do want to actually like, it's a shame that a lot of games just take so long to beat. Hello? Game? You'd like to not let me die? I would really not like to walk into that poison right now. Nope, no sparkles. Oh no. I can actually manage to hit you. Oh god. Oh, crap.
Looks like I'm clear.
Oh, that was a big one, too. Your ability to deflect also make foes exposed. No. You know what? Actually, this is actually worth it now. That's a 2 level.
Powered up.
Any... Only thing that I would want is the health. Let's get Hermes. I'm honestly hoping I get the thing last. I know that's strange, but I really do actually want that last. Just so I can actually make sure I have the most health, because I have no health for this fight. Any money? No. I'm after that money. Uh-oh. The heck got updated? Oh, satyr cultists. Uh-oh. Ah, you're kidding me. Please. Okay, thank goodness. I was gonna say, it'd be awfully rude. A what?
Nice. Come.
It fell on the guillotine. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, good. I'm not poisoned. For a second, I thought I was poisoned. What the? Oh, I don't need another rat. Fucking.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Oh, I don't need side hustle anymore. Bonus damage from bonus speed. Wait, you deal damage on any bonus move speed? God gauge charges up automatically. 1%, I'll take that. The only downside is right now I'm not impervious to anything. Alright. Let's go the distance, let's take the money, and hope to God the fountain's behind the health. Let's hope it's there. I have no health this run. That actually really does worry me. Oh, come on. That's not wall. I thought that was a wall. That shows what I know for barricades.
No satyrs.
Ah, damn it. Oh well.
Ah, good. It's still fresh. Hey, money.
How lovely. Any more pots?
That's something.
Oh, it's not even a full heal. That's a bummer.
Going back. One satyr sack coming right up.
Nope, I'm taking the max health. I'm also noticing all these snake traps. Alright, that worked. Already? Okay. Not gonna complain.
No thanks.
Alright. What? Oh no! How the heck did I get poisoned? Tater. Really? Or apparently that could be a... Oh, the poison. There's a poison trap. What am I doing? I believe there's a poison trap. Well, that wasn't the best max life gain, but at least I gained. At least I'll gain some health. I don't think they should have actually healed you at the end.
One Sata sack for one good boy.
All right. So what do I want here? What can I buy? Let's do some math real quick here. I get the 2 big palms and get the health. Can lose 1. I really wish this is like a really messed up user interface. I'm just gonna say that right now. I can lose Seeking Fire. Or I could lose Hazard Bomb. That's what would happen. We'll take the max. I'm taking the max health.
Why not?
That's a no doubt. Yeah, let's just get the level ups.
Gods grant me strength.
Let's see. Only 2 more damage. You're doomed. Takes more damage, but takes 5 seconds longer. Gauge, that's 200 damage. It's a lot of damage if I can get that up buffed up. This is more consistency. None of these are any higher quality, unfortunately, either. %35% critical chance. That's a lot if I can actually get that. Yeah, let's actually go for that.
My senses. Delicious.
Alright. Last one is your cast. That gets 2 more. That gets 2 more. You know what? Let's just go with the bonus doom damage. Alright. Let's see how well I do.
After deliberating briefly, Cerberus concludes that yes, he shall accept the sack.
Thanks, boy.
Cerberus sated. Temporarily. Well, got him down to 1% last time. Can I do it this time?
Way.
Nowhere near as much health as he used to.
You still have yet to see the sun itself. You know only the light of Ixion, but the sun, it is positively blinding, hideous.
It has been snowy nightfall every single time now that you mention it. I didn't know it snowed so much up here.
It hasn't always, but that's of no consequence to us. Especially when there's a raging battle to be fought.
Let's do this. And that doesn't even actually hit you. Of course. Uh-oh. Just play the range game. Alright. Not do what I needed to do. Oh, cool. I can actually deflect them to him. That's hilarious. Uh-oh. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm falling apart here. Please don't shoot me. What? Okay, well, at least I got increased damage. That's a lot of damage.
Rise now from my realm and fight again.
Rather not. Rather have you not do that. Oh, crap. Well, I'm not gonna get that. No, you need to go. This is a family affair. Thank you very much. I also just realized I haven't been using cast on him at all. Ah, shoot.
Got you.
Alright, phase 2. 2 death defiances left.
Father, what choice does that leave me?
I could get one of those back.
Rest for this.
Really?
Optimus!
I have them in my sights.
You are the prey, not me.
Okay. And behind the lasers. That's not what I needed to do. But I'll take.
For your own good.
I'm literally trying to find lasers.
Go back.
You do less damage. That's all I care about. I am surprised he hasn't done his smack, his lasers. There he goes. That's like his most deadly and yet at the same time most predictable move, and for some odd reason it actually makes sense for it to be that way. Please no phase 3.
How? You... Go. Go then. Go! Get out of here! Get out!
I told you that I would, Father. And I'm going to. Goodbye.
Wait. Wait, just... If you find her... If you somehow find her... Tell her something for me. Tell her Cerberus is doing very well.
What? Wait, I don't think I owe you any favors here. Now answer me one question and I'll give it some thought. How's that?
I know your question, boy. But ask it anyway.
Persephone, my mother, why did she leave?
That's a good question to ask.
Blood and darkness. There is no escape.
Goodbye, Father.
What? Victory, the first of many. 43 minutes, 42 seconds. Used best... Adamant rail. Oh, okay, so it keeps each one. Okay. Oh, it even also detects a streak, too. Yeah, that was... God, that... Okay, never mind. That gun is actually really good. I just don't like the reloading, but damn, that is That was a really good gun. Artemis does a lot of damage. So how do I go? Press B?
My weapon shuddered at the touch of it.
Oh, okay. Alright. I know, first run of the night. Finally got him. I wonder how deeper this game goes.
I made it. Beyond the frozen overlook, await the first glimpse of the sun to your left, and onward through the cold. Sure hope this works, Nix.
Greece. I was born in a land with next to nothing in common with the underworld, save for the fact that it happens to contain the surface's single entryway into this realm. There's reason enough for me to mention it here. Greece, as I remember it, was a vast, moody, beautiful country. I am told that there are many others like it, and none that compare. I can believe it either way, I think. Oh, I'm in a walking phase here. That gun is really good with that homing attack of Artemis. Like, that add the doom and stacking. That is just... Oh, that was... I could see why they made that a high-ranking one to get. And let us see what our reward gets us here for beating a first run. Because I have a feeling this goes large.
Windswept, racked by freezing cold, nonetheless instills within the prince a sense of awe and the sublime. For it is unlike anything that he has seen.
It's beautiful.
Well, I'm just waiting for Zeus to strike me down. Oh, wow.
That thing. That's the sun.
Beautiful. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, Newton, if we were. Being the son of Hades, after all. But Persephone, I should have actually looked up her lore. That name does sound familiar.
Is this? It can't.
Oh, well. Oh, I'm able to dash. I'm not dead yet. Oh, wow.
Who's there?
Hello?
Hello indeed. Pray, who might you be wandering all the way out here? You're trespassing on private property, you know. Speak up.
You must be Persephone. My name is Zagreus, and I think I might be your son.
What? How dare! Get out of here! Get out or I shall make you! Out with you!
No, so then you are her. I don't care if you hate me, but I'm not leaving until I get some answers. I never even knew you existed. Why did you leave me?
You died. You died. Those burning feet, they sputtered out when you were born. But now you're standing here before me. How?
Persephone, goddess of Verdure. That is a face that I could only see someone in complete shock, but at the same time ready to show complete despair or complete joy.
I died? I died? What, you mean permanently died? But I'm alive. Oh, gods. You never even knew I existed either.
Alive. Zagreus, he even kept your name. You live. How can this be? You live. You live. Oh, the cruel fates. My son.
Mother.
Oh, don't touch her. Time passes.
In short, I beat him finally, though he did everything he could to prevent our meeting here like this. But there's something he wanted me to tell you in the end. He said to tell you Cerberus is doing very well.
Ah, he told you that, did he? That's good. That's good. Though, tell me something, Zagreus. How is it that you found me? To have journeyed all this way, I scarce believe it. Zagreus?
Oh, guess I'm just a little tired, that's all. Not accustomed to the weather, as I think you call it.
Yeah, I think he is slowly dying.
No. No, that isn't it. It's that you cannot stay here. You can't stay here.
Really, you're kicking me out? Why?
The fates are cruel, Zagreus. You're bound to that place. Same as your father. So they would have us say goodbye. For now. My heart soars knowing you live. But then it breaks that our time together was so brief.
No. I can come back. I can come back. Now that I found you, maybe he'll just let me come back.
You tell him I demand it. And I demand he also tell me how come he, or for that matter Nyx, never sent notice that you lived. Olympus is all rife with schemers. But I was so naive to think that they were different.
I'll tell him. I'll tell him. I feel awful. I have to go.
The Styx shall take you then. Oh, Zagreus. Farewell, my son. Won't you come back to me? When you are able, please. Come back. I shall be waiting here. However long it takes.
However
Taken by the Styx.
It takes. Can't hold on.
Well, that's the cruelty.
Mother, I have to get back there.
House of Hades. Zagreus. Let's see. Okay, here's my thoughts right now. I think he actually did die when he was a kid, and because of that, Hades did resurrect him, which made him bound to the House of Hades. I think that's the issue. He was not insubordinate with me, as was his reputation. Perhaps my own lack of decorum from back when I was his apparent age made it easier for me to reach him. He learned quickly, exhibiting his father's strength and even greater dexterity. Why, we are a dash maniac. We only... You know the worst part is? Winning a run only got us 125 darkness. We didn't get anything else.
He's finally returned.
Well,
You are late, boy. Have you any idea what time it is?
No. Wait, what? I vanquished you in single combat and finally found Mother, and that's all you have to say to me?
Nonsense. Don't you think I would recall such an event?
You can't be serious. You're going to pretend as though it never happened. She wants answers, same as I do. She demands you let me pass. Let me go to her again.
Silence. This discussion is over. I hardly think this is the time or place to indulge your overwrought imagination.
and now I know it's not Hades that's doing it. It's got to be Zeus.
I know where we can continue this discussion then.
Zeus, or Hades, is many things, but he's not a liar.
I found her, sir. My mother, she's alive and well, and... but I just couldn't stay up there for very long. I have to get back to her.
You really made it all the way? You must have gotten past your father. That's amazing, lad. But wait, what was she like? What happened to you there?
She was great. Nothing like father, more like you a little bit, I guess. Though being on the surface, it just seemed to suck the life right out of me. Even without the wretches of the underworld trying to do me in.
But then you had a little time at least. Sounds like you have unfinished business with her there. You got to her this once. Surely you're able to again, isn't that right?
It is.
Whatever's doing this place is doing a mind wipe. That would be an interesting concept as well. There's definitely more to this place than meets the eye.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. I was just wondering if you had ever heard of any other court musicians who had lost the will to sing? Your father's asked me to explain myself, and honestly, it has been rather difficult.
If it's any consolation, mate, I'm certain every single undead court musician serving in the throne room of the God of the Dead has been through everything you're going through.
Let's see. Orpheus. He now resides among us permanently. He, ever mournful of what could have been. Master seems to take some pity on him, though. Or simply likes his songs. He serves as a court musician in the house.
Child, your father fell to you as once his father fell to him. Although you are substantially more merciful. I know it is a bitter victory at best. Though, tell me, what transpired subsequently that you have returned? Did you locate your birth mother?
I did. She was there. She was where you said she'd be. And more than I imagined, but I had so little time with her. I can't survive up there for very long. Why didn't you tell me I'd just die no matter what?
Oh, my child. I say this seldomly, but I did not know. Or I did not wish to believe that the surface would have such an effect on you. But it seems you share your father's fate, after all.
My father's fate? But he is smugly waiting for me every single time I make it there and seems quite healthy by then, all in all. Though, maybe the farther we get from this realm, the worse we get. Because he cast his lot, inheriting the underworld.
So I now presume you are bound to this realm by powers greater even than mine. Tell me something. If you knew that you could only see Persephone for but a moment's time, would you still make the journey to her there?
Yes. Yes, I would. I had so many questions left for her.
Then go and ask them, child. Steady your resolve and find her there again. And use well what brief time you have with one another whilst you can. As mortals do.
As mortals do.
Oh, what's Deuce up to?
Hi! Oh, hey, you brought some fish. Could smell it all the way from down the hall. That's great. The head chef can take it off your hands. Should be right in the back of the lounge like always. Thanks for helping us out, Prince.
Sure. The head chef pulled it off.
Let's see.
What's in stock?
A darkness for nectar. You know, my only actual problem, like, I definitely see what Exfo was actually saying about this game is you've got to do a lot of grinding. There's a lot of grinding.
This is my latest haul. Why, thank you.
Really? Only that? That wasn't much at all. That's expensive for a lot of stuff here. Another possible theory to follow this one down there and one the guarding the exit. Maybe.
I guess this came to pass.
1,000 darkness. The son of the god of the dead shall someday break free from the realm in which he was born.
I broke free after all. Sort of.
The fates didn't say. Son of the god of the dead shall someday break free from the realm in which he was born using each of the infernal arms. Well, we don't. I actually want to use more of the adamant rail, but I know I have to actually do more. Catch 25 fish, at least one very rare, and report to Poseidon. Interesting. There's a lot. There's a lot you gotta do with this game. Any chance of sleeping?
The Mirror of Night.
That's honestly, I completely forgot you got 1,000 darkness for that. Ooh, I don't know what to actually up. Well, I probably. Let's see, what's the other one? Dark Foresight. So that basically raises your chance for Laurel rewards, including. Or. Huh. Well, I'm gonna max out this right now. What's the other one? High confidence. That's also really good. Okay, so 50 as high as that goes. Let's just get Shadow Presence here. Infernal, Deep Pockets. Do I want Rarity or do I want Dark Foresight? 2% per rank. How lovely. And 1% per rank. So if that's 50... Let's be what? 50 times 5, that's 250. That's 5%. I don't feel like I need deep pockets, although I feel like deep pockets is something you want to do. Just so you can actually get as much health as possible, but... For the interim...
That's beyond my means.
14%. Okay. I feel like you need to just get as many higher level boons as possible.
That's a pact of punishment on it.
Might want to check your stash of weapons over there. So the strangest thing happened while you were out, boyo. One of your weapon holder things back there, it picked up this eerie glow. Could see it from the corner of my eye.
Calm down, Skelly. I'm sure whatever it is perfectly normal for a legendary semi-sentient Titan-slaying weapon from the dawn of time.
That's just it. Those weapons of yours, they have seen some real business, pal. You're giving them a real workout, so maybe they're starting to like you or something. Loosening up a bit, you know, like you and me.
I should go check it out.
Hmm? Reveal. Well, this actually doesn't spend anything.
What in blazes? Exegriff, you're telling me your secrets.
Oh. Aspect of Eris? Aspect of Hestia? And now I understand why this game has... now I understand why the others said it would take about 20 runs to beat this. It takes 20 runs because... there's more damage hidden. There is more damage hidden. After 8 seconds after absorbing your special blast, to deal more damage. Yeah, that's... After you manually reload, your next shot is empowered. Only one? That's a little bum. Aspect of Unknown. This is beyond your reckoning.
Take another shot?
Let's reload this thing.
How much damage does this thing do by itself? 60. That's a lot of damage, actually.
Sweet release.
Let's go with this one.
Oh, okay, so they
Right here, pal.
do with all of them, then.
Stygius, you're revealing your past.
The form in which the Blade of the Underworld first revealed itself. Bonus attack and move speed. Aspect of Nemesis. For 3 seconds after your special, your attack may deal critical damage. Aspect of Poseidon. Your special dislodges cast from foes. Interesting. And that's what the Titan's Blood is for. I wonder how powerful this can actually get. Well, let's... What happens if I actually... Oh, okay, I see. It's 3%. That's... Oh, bonus attack speed. I thought it was attack damage. My bad. And then you can unlock the others. I'm curious now.
Maybe this one.
That's some kind of fishing pole or what?
Let's see. Aspect of Zagreus in the form in which the Eternal Spear was first revealed. Special damage, range, and speed increase. Aspect of Achilles. After your special, you can retrieve your spear with Raging Rush. Interesting. Aspect of Hades. Your spin attack becomes Punishing Sweep. Punishing Sweep. A huge spin attack that makes foes take more attack and special damage for 10 seconds. It's really nice.
Aegis, you are as old as time.
Attack and dash strike damage. Ooh, that's actually really nice. The form in which the Shield of Chaos first revealed itself. Aspect of Chaos. After Bull Rush, your special throws multiple shields. Aspect of Zeus. Your special becomes a Blitz Disc. I don't understand what Blitz Disc is. Your special deals rapid damage returning on command. Your attack is not disabled. Huh.
I think I need my bow.
Aspect of Zagreus, the form in which the heart-seeking bow first revealed itself. Critical attack chance. Nice. Aspect of Chiron. Your special automatically seeks the foe last struck by your attack. Interesting. Then max shots. That's actually nice. Aspect of Hera. Your cast loads into your next attack firing on impact. Huh.
What, you gonna sock it to me, pal?
Aspect of Zagreus, dodge chance, Talos. Special becomes Magnetic Cutter. Its pull deals 20 damage. The special pulls foes in. Huh. Aspect of Demeter. After laying 12 strikes, your special hits more times. That's where the extra damage comes from in this game. Interesting. Well, for the sake of getting darkness, let's actually mess around with this. I'm actually curious, though. Honestly, a lot of this just takes, like, a lot of extra work to do.
What's this one do?
Now, let's see what Sisyphus also gave us. Sisyphus, your attack, special, and cast each deal 40% damage while not empowered by a boon. That's weird. That's actually really weird. Why would you not want that? What was the other one? Oh yeah, Distant Memory. Deals 10% damage to distant foes. Well, why don't we actually go down the list here? Let's take Myrmidon Bracer.
Okay.
I feel like that can actually help out.
Riches of the damned beware. I'm coming back.
Alright. I actually don't know who to give my Titan's Blood to. I gotta admit, I kinda like the shield more.
What'd I miss?
Alright, what's this do?
Looks like Father's changed the terms of our relationship.
The Pact. Notice, congratulations. Your deeds have compelled Lord Hades to serve you a pact of punishment. Here's how it works. The pact can make escape more difficult via various nasty conditions. Each condition you accept adds some heat to your heat gauge. While your heat gauge is full, you can earn valuable bounties. You earn one bounty for the first time you vanquish the boss of each underworld region while your heat gauge is full. Once you successfully escape, you can earn more bounties if you turn up the heat. You can earn bounties for each weapon. How much heat you need is per weapon as well. Things get too hot, try switching weapons. What? What? Any increasing health restores less life total than usual. What the heck? Wait, this is confusing.
Blowing out the heat gauge isn't going to do me any favors here.
Oh, I see. Choosing conditions if you dare get out using the Stygian Blade. But I haven't gone through Asphodel, Elysium, or Styx yet with the sword, so I shouldn't actually do... anything. Wait, why can I only... What? What? Oh, I'm on minus. Never mind. Key gauge exceeded. Heighten secure. Okay, so what do these do, actually? All foes deal bonus damage. Any healing effects restores less your life than usual. All prices are higher, 40% per rank. Foes and standard encounters appear in greater numbers, 20% per rank. Extreme measures. Each underworld region's bosses gain new techniques. Interesting. Calisthenics program. All foes have higher life totals. Benefits package. Most armored foes have perks. Middle management. Each mini-boss encounter contains one armored foe. Underworld customs. To exit each underworld region requires you to purge one boon to unlock it. Forced overtime. All foes have bonus move speed and attack speed, 20% per rank. Heightened security. All traps in magma deal 400% damage. Ugh. Damage control. All foes have making them to ignore initial instances of damage, 1 hit per rank. Real process. You have fewer choices when offered boons, items, or upgrades. Tight deadline. You get 9 minutes to clear each underworld or else. Reduced by 2 minutes. Hey, how's it going, board? We beat Hades. That's how it's going. We beat Hades. And now apparently we can actually punish ourselves if we wish. Making the game even harder. Kind of an interesting thing. I know Enter the Gungeon technically had a couple of modes, and you can combine modes, so you can definitely do this, but this feels like a little bit of a insane laundry list here. For now, I'm just gonna go with the basics. I didn't get end credits. That's the surprising part. I did get to see Persephone, and apparently we also unlocked our
Stygius,
our weapons here. So now we can actually buff these up even more. I'll be honest, I'm actually kind of surprised here. I'm assuming each type of sword will also have its own benefits as well.
Which one?
There's something past Hades? There's probably is, but I don't know. I have a feeling there is, but there isn't. I feel like this is still very much a 4-stage dungeon crawler, but the story itself in this game is the big thing. In your opinion, you should deal this seem to be best weapons. I will admit, the gun was actually really good.
Ready, Exegriff?
But, okay, so, but if I actually want to use the gun, I have to actually take increased damage here. And that gets you new... So that's the bounty system in this game. So that's how you get more diamonds, more ambrosia, and all that stuff. If anything, like a cheap one would literally be just to do, Really? You can't do heightened security? Oh, no, there you go. Okay. All traps in magma. That would actually be really rude. I feel like, if anything, I have to actually get in a lot more darkness, oddly enough, before I can actually do these Pact of Punishment. It just feels that way. Like, once you get stronger, then Tight Deadline would probably be the one you want to abuse the most of, though.
No thanks.
But I want to get all of the others on the basic level.
Goddess Athena.
See, what I'm assuming, though, for the story of this game, it's not actually Hades, it's Zeus that's role-playing as Hades.
Nyx has indicated you possess a list of prophecies from the 3 fates. I've such a list upon Olympus here. It seems to be connected to your own, as several prophecies already are fulfilled. Isn't it such an honor to urge fate along?
I'm sure it is. Your special is stronger and can deflect. Your fan length shot. And your dash deals damage and deflect. I'll take the epic.
The shield of light. Shoe.
I can't say no to this.
Darkness.
Your path is yours to shape as you see fit, regardless of the fate's design. Together we may twist that path a bit, if you would like.
Let's see. Of the next 4 encounters, you take 35% damage. Named Flourish, your special deals 50% damage. For the next 3 encounters, each time you special get hit for 3, any is worth double. That would be good for the bosses, actually. Oh, no, I'm not going to get any darkness from the bosses, though. Huh. I'll take the main Flourish, then. Let's see. Key, darkness. The weird part about this game is just basically how you... There's 2 different paths. You either focus on beating the game or beating the run, or you focus on progression. And it kind of sucks. You don't really get... Like, everything's just kind of a mix. Like, I want to, like, unlock everything, which tells me to go for the keys, but to do that, I need darkness. It's a big old mess, honestly, with this game.
Who dies first? Oh, curse.
How did... Oh. I totally didn't read her rule. I almost killed myself there. Yeah, I completely forgot that attacking reduces my health. Whoops. I are smart. Guess I'm only attacking with special. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good result there. Thank goodness these guys are stunned. Excuse me, pardon me, come through. I gotta remember, actually, that's really good. Come on, get over here.
All clear.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, hold a moment, Zagreus. I could have sworn you were so close before, but now you're back? Must have tripped up just when victory was close at hand. It happens all the time. We'll get you out of there, you'll see.
The only god I can trust is Artemis, honestly. Let's see. Your attack is stronger with 15% chance to deal critical damage. Your special is stronger with the 20% chance to deal critical damage. Pressure points, any chance you get has a chance to be critical. Huh. Wait, oh, your attack is stronger. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take the attack damage. Like, that's a lot. Actually, that's... You know what? I'm just going to take it. Forget it. What? I still need to actually use this. I forgot how many encounters I have to actually do with Chaos, but I'll find it. That's a lot of damage. Actually, do I even have it yet? No, I don't. I don't have the Chaos's impact yet. Give me that money. The things I do for money. Oh, that's not good. Oh, this is gonna be difficult. Ah. I'm just gonna get him to kill himself. There we go.
You stab me, I stab you.
Oh, Zag, what happened last time, man? It seemed like you were rather close, but then we couldn't see you anymore from here, and now you're back? Well, give another go.
Dionysius would be the only one I could think of that, like, just too drunk off his gourd to actually understand what's going on. Your attack inflicts hangover. Premium vintage, or your call. Really good. Both are really good. I should not say no to this.
Cheers to that.
Oh, hammer. Hammer! Never say no to the hammer. That's one thing I definitely have learned.
Back to dust.
That's a lot of damage. Especially since I just noticed I'm getting the crits off of this thing. Let's see. Your attack restores 2 health per hit, but you have 60% last life. No, the traps also affect enemies. Thank goodness for that, actually. Thank goodness for that. Your attack fires a wave that pierces foes, dealing 30 damage. Your attack deals bonus damage equal to 5% of your current money. Huh. So 100 is 5. 500 is 25. That's not actually a lot. And I probably want to spend my money right now. Restores 2 health per hit. That's... Honestly, between all of them, Piercing Wave is the one I probably want to go for. I mean, I have to get all of these anyway. So with the 400% increase in damage from traps and law effect, I'm gonna assume no. I think it's exclusive to Zagreus alone. I'm gonna assume that because I'd be surprised. Because, let's be honest, a lot of the traps in this game already do a lot of damage to enemies. Like in Elysium, the archers do 600 damage to enemies. That's a lot of damage. Increasing by 400%. That kind of... Like, I think the hard part, though, is it's really actually hard for enemies to actually fall into traps. That's really good, actually. All of these are actually good. But this is just the attack. So this is just 30 flat damage. I'm gonna take Piercing Wave. It's 30 flat damage.
That's a blade.
It's ranged, and why would I not say no to... Yeah, that's actually really nice. It's clear what they have intended, though. Like, they clearly want you to be able to... Yeah, see, you can do... That does 500 damage. Just to those guys alone. Like, the reason why you'd actually end up taking a lot of, I'd say probably go for Curse Slash. Honestly, like, if it's an extra 30 damage, like, the big thing that I feel like this game is missing is you need to find, at least early game. Like, as soon as you level up, it probably actually won't matter what you get. Because, like, you could just go through an entire run and not get any, health. That is very possible with the way this game is.
Right there.
How hard is the game? At curiosity, at least from starting out? Well... Okay, so it took me 13 runs to actually beat the first run. And that's someone has a lot of experience with rogue games. And someone who's highly analytical. In terms of actual skill, I'm actually only slightly above average. But obviously I've been playing games for years and years and years, so I know how to quickly analyze things. This is a type of game that I'd say it's difficult because of this. It's difficult because Supergiant did not actually think out how a player is going to defend themselves. This is a game, if you love button mashing and being a complete spaz, as in you're literally going to be doing like your dash strike, because your dash is actually your invulnerability. Your dash is your defense in this game. There's very few times you actually need to stop and analyze what an enemy does. It's more about blitzing them down as quick as possible. And figuring out, like, you obviously will study their attacks and such, but for the most part, though, you're more interested in just trying to kill them really quickly. Like, it will take you at least it'll probably actually take you about 12 runs, and intentionally farming darkness, because actually, here's the best way to say it. Actually beating a run is completely separate from actually making progression. And I know that sounds really strange to say, but the things that, the gems, the darkness, the diamonds, the Titan's blood, the ambrosia, the nectar, all of those things are things you do need to collect while you play this game. And the big downside from all of that, it's that it's completely segregated from actually making an attempt to beat Hades. Reminds you of Rogue Legacy in a sense. At the same time, I want to say yes, and at the same time, I want to say no. Because at least in Rogue Legacy, it was more about... There's only actually really one currency in that game. And that was farming money. And the downside in Rogue Legacy, like if you really want to upgrade everything to its maximum, you'd be money farming. You'd be doing an entire run of the entire castle, including killing the bosses, finding runes, finding more armor and such, and just to farm money. And obviously you had to actually be smart and also be lucky in RNG, because one of the downsides of Rogue Legacy as you played through it was, I want to get better armor so I can survive longer and such. You might not find the armor. You might not find the skill that you might actually like. You might want to beat the boss, but guess what? The boss is too strong for you. You might want to get the lower, the decreased level rune. But good luck finding it, because it's all RNG. So I don't feel like, but even though if you fail a run, though, you get to take all of that money and put it towards progression. You're always still like gaining health, gaining attack. You know, there was always ways to do that, but it was still just money. In this game, though, the run, I either choose, do I want to have more damage, or do I want to be able to increase my chances of success in that meta progression? Rogue Legacy was just more about just take the money you have, and then the next run you'll be stronger, guaranteed. This game actually does what I like to think is a cardinal sin. It has the meta progression in Rogue Legacy. That darkness. Darkness is the equal coin in Rogue Legacy. But when you actually look at the boons and the hammers are what gives you the damage you need, but the boons also have this one problem. And that's obviously intentional design, and that's what makes this game actually difficult. Boons are also on the level of what you actually would get in MMOs. It has levels, it has different tiers. There's common, there's rare, there's epic, there's legendary. So you're actually constantly making a choice here. Do I want to actually farm, you know, boons that'll increase my damage output, or for a chance to increase your damage output, or do I want to farm gems in darkness that will let me increase my meta progression, but not actually increase my damage in the run? Like, that's why this game is a tale of two, you know, it's a tale of two rogue games. Going for the statues. Oh, yeah, the statues in Rogue Legacy. I'll be honest, I never actually really liked those because I always got the negative boons. I always got the negative boons from those things. But yeah, for the most part, though, you didn't really increase your damage in Rogue Legacy while you were in the castle. Like, you would be, like, unless you beat the bosses. Beating the bosses was basically the big thing. That was the way you could have a chance to increase your stats, but typically they put in front of those, here's armor and equipment, here's a better sword, over just increasing your mana, health, and attack. So I guess, if anything, you are right. That Rogue Legacy does, but it doesn't prioritize the base stats over giving you the gold and giving you the actual equipment and runes needed to actually do a run. Because the one thing that had the interesting generation for the platforming part was it actually looked at what runes you had. And I think the two runes you probably actually would want over anything else would be the dash and the double jump, because if you didn't have those, there would still be the bonus rooms that still were based around that. But if you had bonus, the double jump, and the dash, you would be able to do everything.
Perfect
So,
timing.
Hello, sir.
I do too. I haven't got it yet. I haven't gotten it myself, actually.
Hey, Prince, how goes the old escape plan? Any luck?
You know, it's been alright, all things considered. Dying now and then, and it's been hard, but hey, what can you do?
Oh, well, keep your chin up. Me, why, I quit trying to get out of here a while back. But if I was a fire-stepping youngster like yourself, perhaps I would have stuck to it.
See, like, the reason I'm always picking darkness from Sisyphus here is because, well,
Sure, here you go.
Cheers, mate.
it always goes towards the meta progression.
Well, take care.
And also, like I said, this game doesn't really offer you a lot. Any fishies? I do wonder too. I mean, I'll be honest, I actually enjoyed Rogue Legacy. That was a good game.
I'll take that.
Good talk. Good talk. Ooh, fish.
Time? You're mine. The knucklehead.
Oh. I should actually buy this.
Pleasure doing business.
Divine Dash or Special Stronger. Well, let's go with Deadly Flourish. Can I actually attack now? I'm assuming no? Okay.
Yes, Electo.
Oh, it was only 3 encounters. Okay.
You're no god. You're nothing but a piece of trash. Born into all of this. And you don't even want it.
You seem to have me all figured out. And here I thought we were still getting to know each other.
I wonder if I can gift her nectar.
Well, you want to know what I want? Here, I'll show you. Stay there.
Okay, she hurts a lot. She hurts a lot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good.
How dare you? Damn right.
Get out.
See? Complete.
Got it.
Like, fights can be really quick and you're just spastic. Alright, let's actually kill the Hydra and such.
Off to Asphodel. Keepsakes hold power.
Oh, right, I gotta remember not to actually turn my butt around. Nope. Not gonna do any of that.
Purge boons for coin.
Not gonna do that.
Heading up.
I thought it was more than 3 encounters. I thought it was more. So that explains how you get more heat, though. You basically make the runs harder every time you've beaten this game. Which is actually a pretty interesting way of doing things.
Just a few rides across the Phlegathon and up we go.
Okay. Just need to find ways to increase as much of my damage as possible. Oh, you were right. My bad. Where the heck are you? Uh-oh. Okay, cannot deflect that.
Power of Olympus.
Why is the... I'm just gonna keep increasing the special damage. Let's see. Darkness or buildings. See, that's why I feel bad. It's like, I really I don't know what to actually focus on right now in terms of meta progression. Uh-oh. Oh, you. Go.
Time to collect.
Let's see. Who do I get? Shop or... Well, that's an easy answer. I feel like obviously this game will want you to just do things really quickly.
Must be Eurydice.
Yeah, so each floor. Hey, how's it going? Have a gift.
Eurydice, thank you for making me feel welcome in your pleasant home. Can't say the same for most places I've been lately. I have a small gift I wanted you to have.
Oh, that's awful sweet of you, Your Royal Majesty. Bringing me fresh ingredients like this. Know what? Here's something for you too. Help keep you safe out there.
Thanks so much.
Evergreen acorn. The don't actually. I only have. Oh, that must be Chaos's boon. Okay.
Say, tell me something there, Your Royal Majesty. You know a lot of shades. You wouldn't happen to know an Orpheus, would you? Spindly little thing, whiny voice. Heard he's officially serving in your court, making music.
Of course I know Orpheus. We're mates. Wait, why do you ask?
Your mates, huh? Just as long as you don't count on him for anything. Hasn't even mentioned me, has he? Well, if he ever does, you tell him I am doing great. I'm great.
And now we found his muse. Loved by the gods, next 2 random boons, or upgrading rarity. Up to 4 boons, level up. Have upgraded rarity. Oh, the next 3 boons. The next 3 boons you find have upgraded rarity? Oh, okay, Ambrosia Delight and 2 random boons are upgraded. Well, let's actually, let's try the Ambrosia Delight.
Good choice.
Divine Dash and Deadly Flourish. Let's see. The nymph Eurydice, born of the oak itself, must know this better than most of her kind. She took a suitor who, by most accounts, who was but a common mortal, talented beyond compare, but not a god. Yet all love they shared could not keep death from tearing them apart. Oh, Deadly Flourish is now heroic. And Divine Dash is now heroic. I was hoping one of these would actually be upgraded. I'm guessing her and Eurydice or Orpheus are connected. Alright.
The barge of death is always here for me.
Goody.
Stay dead next time.
Did he literally jump into his own bomb?
You bear the blessing of Athena, yes? She would protect you from your enemies, whilst I would rather that you slay them and be done.
After slaying a foe, there's no reason not to take Urge to Kill. There never is a reason to not take it. That's just so much damage. My only real concern is actually getting...
Thanatos.
What? Oh.
Hello again. You're back. I thought you made it out. No matter. You wretches are coming with me.
Well. Contest time.
Dust. More.
Yep, it's a contest. Who can slay more?
Think you can beat me?
I'm just waiting. Nothing.
Look what I
Chamber secured.
Thanatos is actually one of those characters who actually is helping you out. Because he's your brother.
You got a lot of them. Still running from yourself, I see. How's that been working out for you thus far?
Yeah, it's basically like a plus. It's a net gain only if you win.
I'm searching for my mother. You still live at home with yours. You don't know what it's like.
Mother Nyx was like a mother to you too. And this is how you repay her. You should be ashamed of yourself and learn your place.
Dennis's voice actor, like, it's one of those names one of those voices that I just know of off the top of my head. But I can never, like, get it down. Like, I know that just made no sense. It's familiar. It's familiar that I actually want to I should look it up to see who it was. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. What the heck? Uh-oh. That ain't good. I guess I can't actually deflect that.
Good stuff.
Let's see. Darkness. And there are those born in this realm who can absorb the essence, gaining oneness with the underworld, going stronger all the while. There's never any gain standing on the lava, but I end up doing it anyway. Really? Nothing? Just, here you go. Here's their heart. Good luck on the boss. Thanks, game. Alright, let's actually beat the Hydra.
Another new look for you, I see, Bone Hydra.
Also, Hydra now has different forms. Looks like he's gone the route of spawning enemies. I will admit the health actually was tempting.
I do not appreciate that.
not good at dodging these attacks. Yep, that was a...
No.
Really? Alright. It sucks I lost a life to that.
That's what you get.
Oh well, we still got the diamond. At least I still got the diamond.
I trust you had a pleasant stay in Asphodel.
You really need to turn down the heat in that place.
So, if you look in the lower left-hand corner, you'll see I have 3 dots there. That's how many lives I have. So, I'm basically down to 2 lives. Or, I guess if anything... No, actually, I would have 4 lives, so now I'm down to 3. And there is a way to add another. I can actually take this Lucky Tooth, and that'll also give you another one. But this one, it's 50% life for the normal Death Defiance, but for the Tooth, it's just the 1. The real struggle is basically I'm gonna find a way to find a way to restore it. So now shops are going to be an option for me.
Elysium.
Elysium. Destroy their furniture. Yeah, see, that just did 600 damage to that enemy there. And again.
Damn it, what's coming?
What? I thought I just... Yeah, see? 800 damage, 600 damage for those arrows.
A little favor for me, cuz. My brothers, sisters, family, and whatnot, they're unaware I'm working with you here. It's no big deal, but let's keep it that way for now. Alright?
Let's see. Side hustle. Side hustle is only good if you get it at the very beginning. After you dash, you become sturdy. Yeah, I'm just gonna take hyper sprint.
Felt that.
Do I have an Artemis one? I just realized I have no... Let's see. I currently have... Current damage bonus is 20%. How? I swear, I feel like I have no damage against these things.
Thank the gods.
Let's see. Artemis, even Lord Hades holds some respect for her. I think certainly power is responsible for no small quantity of shades in this domain.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Your attack is stronger with 15% chance to do critical damage. Your critical effects deal even more damage. I'll take Deadly Strike. Yeah, so basically you always have a choice in terms of your damage. Let's see. Oh. I completely forgot where I was going with that. I completely blanked out. Oh, lives, right. Death Defiance. So this Death Defiance and this Endless Defiance. What the hell is happening?
Gods grant me strength.
Let's see. Oh my god, that just increased all damage.
Zesty.
Let's see. Do I have? No, I haven't. Do I have one of each? I do have one of each, actually. Well, there's no reason for me not to take this. What do I go with, though? You know, I'm curious what happens if you piss off Athena.
How very gracious.
We actually take Doom. Yeah, I'm taking Curse of Vengeance.
I thought we were on better terms, cousin. I ask only for your cooperation, yet still you turn your back.
Forgive me, Athena. She's angry now.
Oh, that's actually worrying. Making them invulnerable. That's actually pretty clever. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, that's terrible. So each of the gods basically have their own special attack. Ares would have been summoning a bunch of spinning blades at me.
Now then, I hope we can move past this little incident and keep our focus on the task at hand.
So it wouldn't have been bad. It's just more of like, you know, pick your poison. Do you want Ares attacking you with the rift blades, the whirling saw blades, or Athena here turns them into turns your enemies, or give your enemies invulnerability. All of these are actually really good. Your abilities that can deflect also make enemies exposed. Your abilities that can deflect also make enemies exposed? First test for 5 seconds. Okay, no, so that's actually not as good as I thought it would be. I actually like Fan Length Shot. That's actually a good one. Since I already got all of them. Do I want more health, or do I want to actually meet the Stranger? Stranger gives you buffs. He doesn't actually improve your boons in any way. He doesn't increase your damage. Everything's temporary for him. Take the health. Just be a complete spaz.
One's rearming.
Alright. Oh, hello.
Should I take the trade?
Oh no, that's selling. I feel like I have enough health, oddly enough. I can't believe I'm saying that. I feel like I have enough health. Ah, crap.
Let us clash here again before you face the champion. We never will allow you through without a fight.
You're nothing like Theseus. Why go along with everything he says and does? You're your own man. And bull.
King Theseus slew me in life and saved me in death. I was cast into Erebus, a monster. He found me when he died, and used his influence to bring me here with him.
That's nice of him and all, but sounds like you're even to me, seeing as he killed you in the first place.
No, we're not. And I will fight for him and alongside him for eternity, as recompense for helping me to understand exactly who I am.
Huh. Oh. I do not like that charge ability he has there. I also got to remember that my attacks will also miss, apparently. Oh, right, I always forget. No auto-targeting for the melee. Oh, crap baskets. Oh, good. Does not last long. I'm glad I actually upgraded the backstab.
Enough. You were a worthy challenger. Most welcome here. Until we meet again.
Oh, good. I thought he was going to leave with those.
Well fought, Asterius.
I didn't need those.
Lord Ares. In the name of Hades. Oh.
Let's see. After using Death Defiance, deal more damage to that encounter. I am taking that. I'd be more than happy to. Oh, if only I actually had Doom. Oh, the hammer. Sweet. Oh, maybe not. Ah, why the bombs? Why the bombs? Maybe I should start using this.
You're late.
Oh, please tell me I have another one. Good. Damn it. I hate these little blooming bombs. I'm not a fan of them. Alright. Alright, do I want Hoarding Slash or Double Edge? Apparently I already grabbed the other two. Relay board. Alright, as your request.
So it shall be. Do we want Hoarding Slash? We'll get probably no benefit from it. Although I don't understand why I have 488 gold. Or do we want Double Edge? Dash Strike hits... Oh, Dash Strike hits twice. That's actually really good. I'm gonna spend all my money. Actually, no, I'm taking Double Edge. This is silly.
Daedalus power.
It'd be silly for me not to take that, especially with how much I'm dashing around.
Let's see.
Hydrolytes. Yeah, I'm taking that. It may cost me, but it will be worth it. Do I have a Hermes buff? I do have a Hermes buff. Well, you'd probably be right. It would work. We'll do it for the rest of this run. Or not run. Floor. Floor is best. That cause a chain reaction? Yes, it does. Oh, God. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. You shall be slain. That's not good. That's not good at all. This is kind of difficult. Alright. Wants to keep being in the realm of spikes. He shall have it. Myrmidon Bracelet, rank up. Oh no, you can't see what it does. 20, okay, so it's just a plus.
In the name of Hades.
Bonus damage from bonus speed. Huh. You can dash twice, 4 times now. What do you mean by bonus speed? I don't like. There's so many little mechanics in this game I don't understand. You know what? Since I'm melee, I might as well just take the 4 dashes. Also, I just realized. Oh, I've got to do this. It's free health.
You lot, huh? Give it up.
Why? Help yourself.
Free health! That's what I needed. I don't think I did, actually. The only one I have is, after you dash, you become sturdy and have a sprint for half a second. That's not worth anything. At least not to me. And I should have went for the shop.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Let's see. I don't even have Doom. Why are they giving me this? I don't have a call yet. I should probably actually take the call. That's such a weak call, though. The only reason I'm not taking Battle Rage is it's like, it honestly feels like it's just such a waste. Like, great. One attack or one special. Impending doom. You know what? I have a feeling we're not getting any Poseidon first. I feel like they're going to limit how many gods they allow you to have. No, I'm gonna just take the call. I'd rather have some sort of ability to be invulnerable than none at all. Alright, this is gonna be hell in a handbasket.
Rematch.
You are just in time.
Yeah, that was the other thought in my head.
Mysterious and I have trained extensively since our last skirmish here.
True, you're not wrong on that. But I didn't get the actual Doom thing.
Your next fight to the death.
And who are you to judge, you misbegotten, shameful, unfilial maggot? It is an honor to have the opportunity to spend my afterlife perpetually standing in your ruinous path.
Oh shoot, I do have Doom. I have a Doom, and that Doom is literally... Really? Oh no. Come through. Really? I did not. Well, I should expect it was level 1. Now I realize my mistake of trying to kill both of them at once. Now I realize the mistake of fighting them both at once. Oh, thank goodness.
See that, Bullman?
Make mental note. Always kill one of them first.
I'll just help myself.
Nope, okay. And not to actually vanquish them all. They expect you to really play this game a lot. And I mean a lot for how much they want you to discover the whole story. Let's see. 49 more encounters with this to rank up. Also, we can see what the Evergreen Acorn does. In the final encounter in each underworld region, take 0 damage for the first 3 times foes hit you. That's actually really good. That is ridiculously good. I'm buying the guy's treasure. I'm not taking the money, though. Actually, I'm gonna hate myself for doing that, but I am. So the Doom I actually have, I just realized it. If I get hit, I cast Doom on them. That's the thing. I have a lot of the other ones, so I have like Urge to Kill, Blood Frenzy, and Curse of Vengeance. I just don't have the other one.
Hope it's nicer outside than it is in here.
I feel like I have the money now. Or I have the power to do this. But I've never beating Hades in range is a lot harder than it is to beat him in melee. Alright, what's the harder ones first? The harder ones, health and palm. I guess let's get the palm first.
I bet it's in here. Whoa.
There we go. Because I will admit, that gun, like, aside from the reload, that really actually did a lot more than I would ever think it could. The bother. It's almost poetic how these petty souls detest the living, striving as they do to regain their own lives. And to what end? They fling themselves upon the threshold to the underworld, inevitably shattering, their ashes spreading far and wide, so that they might reconstitute on some impending day or night and have another go. Well, at least they're determined. And never give...
I also realized I forgot to turn off the cave voice. What? I thought I was reflecting. Gotta be careful with that. I don't remember I have this. Yeah, would you like to come over here? Ah, come off. What? That was just rude. An entire poison trap.
Oh,
what?
It's just a tiny vermin.
Do not like. Do not like. Where the hell is it? Tiny vermin, the boss. Oh, that hits like a truck. Ah, don't tell me the poison sticks around. Okay, it doesn't, but that's still really bad. Where the... Oh, I thought I had it. Come on. Oh, not even going to actually be... I don't want to be in that poison. What? This is why you never mock the mock rats. Why you never mock rats. I don't have, I do not. What the hell are my casts?
So vicious yet so tiny.
King Vermin. Vermin, like men and dogs, are followers. Oftentimes, it is the largest, most physical imposing of a pack that becomes a leader. Size is not the only factor, and ultimately not a substitute for ferocity of spirit.
The power of the gods.
Ooh, this actually... That's 10 more damage. You know, that's 3% more. That did...
Better blessing.
Like, that's just more damage overall. Yeah, I can see Supergiant doing that. That's really is with Supergiant's MO.
Got to keep searching.
The downside...
Stock up for the road ahead.
I just realized... Oh, what's this say?
Not far from here, the dead begin their journey to their final resting place down in the depths below. And so the river boatman Charon often passes through.
Generous selection of his wares.
I just realized I have only one life left. That's a problem. Diamonds are used for, Diamonds are used in this game for the purpose of, it's your metagame progression. You're basically changing the chambers to be easy to give more rewards. That's what they're there for. So you can construct more, it basically kind of, it's that metagame stuff, basically. As I hate I'm being broad here, as terrible as it is. That's really what it's there for. So, like, you give the constructors the diamonds, they build something that will make the chambers have a more stronger passive effect. I don't like that. There we go. So you always want to go for them? Not really. Like I said, it's that torn between two worlds. Like, there will obviously be a point where I'll prefer to go for them. Ah,
this time.
Crap.
Yes. A whole entire sack of something. That's a lot of coin.
Any more coin in here? Nope.
It's no use.
Oh.
Oh, what's in this stuff? Time to deliver the goods.
Like, getting a diamond helps in the long run, but if you want to complete a run, well, you gotta make yourself as powerful as possible. I can't believe I'm actually... Do I even have I don't have Dionysius, do I? I don't have his, do I? Oh no, I have Premium Vintage. That did not help at all this run. That did not help at all this run. I got one from that. See, it's like if I take these, then... I thought you got far more than one. Not for like, I only needed the one. Because I'm using, in terms of damage, I'm using the family favorite. So each time I get a boon from an individual Olympian, I'm getting more damage. So, and I have one of each already. Like, clearly I was locked out on some others. And that... So just realized there's a fish spot here. Oh.
I got one. Another gap, huh?
Let's see. Yeah. Up. It swims endlessly against the currents of the Styx, which threaten constantly to drag it down deeper into the abyss, but it has the strength enough to keep fighting against this. Well, I'm gonna be taking the palm.
Thank you, mate.
After you inflict doom, after you take damage, inflict doom on those around you. Doom damage becomes 256. Oh, that's so much damage. You know what? Yeah, why not?
Palm power.
And now it comes down to, I want Dionysius or do I want Athena? Which one do I actually want? I'll be honest, Dionysius is not that great.
Don't spend it all in one place.
It feels unseemly to make contact from that most unpleasant boatman's stash of ill-gotten wares. Nonetheless, this was an opportunity.
Death Defiance, Remorse, Health, and Neutral replenishes. That I'm taking. That just got me an extra life. That was totally worth it.
Joyfully, the Hound of Hell accepts another satyr sack.
Thank you, boy.
Let's see. The fact that Cerberus now frequently rests at his master's side also suggests the underworld has new vulnerabilities. Source of some concern to the Lord Hades, who understandably takes pride in his domain's imposing reputation. Yeah, I also don't understand what the lock is for. Also, there's still someone else I haven't discovered yet in this place. Alright, I'm gonna fight Hades. As much as getting those boons would be nice, I'd rather not risk losing health.
I guess there's only one thing left to do. Isn't that so, Father?
You now know that even if you are able to surpass me, you shall ultimately perish soon enough. And yet you still persist. Utterly senseless.
I found her, Father, and I'm going to find Mother again. And again and again until I have some answers finally. She'd like some answers too, beginning with, why did you never tell her that I lived? You let her go and left her to her grief.
Silence, boy. Save all your ignorant and baseless accusations. You seem incapable of heeding my request that you not blather on about a matter you shall never understand. Then I shall save my breath for this fight. Darkness.
Ah, come on, really? Oh, that's a problem.
Darkness.
Ah, crap, you cursed my blood. Alright, that's a problem.
Darkness.
Please let me collect that. Thank you.
Darkness.
Okay, he's being a lot meaner this time around.
Darkness.
Oh, there is. That's a nice tell, actually. I just noticed.
Prepare.
Ah, damn it.
Darkness.
Now.
I shall be right back.
Huh? Oh! That's what I wanted.
Behold the violence. Turn back this instant, boy. Darkness.
Damn.
Prepare. Darkness.
Oh, nope. Get away. Phase 2.
Finished.
All right then, boy. You've stirred my anger suitably by now.
So he does have one nice tell when he goes into his darkness. He leaves footprints, because Ash.
We are not finished.
Oh, dear. Ah, crap.
Wide open.
Oh, crap. Please leave me alone. Ah, shoot, I didn't look at that.
Back. Hungry for more, I see.
Oh, that's... That... Alright, I think we got him on lock here. Oh, maybe not. Oh no.
You.
Got him.
You're not going to cooperate with me on this, are you? Even now, knowing Mother wants to see me again.
Oh, blast you. You shall ruin everything. With all your damnable questions.
Then die already, and get the hell out of my way.
2 successful runs in one night. Nice.
You'll never truly win.
Probably not.
Made short work that time.
New record, 39 minutes, 59 seconds. Even faster. Yeah, Ares' freaking urge to kill makes a huge difference. Does it just go through like a list? I don't know. I guess it just shows like what's the strongest. I still didn't level up all of Achilles' thing is also actually really good. Like getting damage reduction. But yeah, it really just comes down to just leveling up all your darkness as much as possible. I apparently have 3,595 darkness total. And that's only going to increase. Also, I didn't earn any darkness that run. More Titan's blood?
Shuddered as I picked it up.
Battle sticks with the Stygian blade. Alright, well, let's do this again. Oh, no, they just let me run. Unsurprising.
Cold.
I'm assuming they obviously, since you beat them, they just want you to get to walk to Persephone. Which now makes me wonder. Oh, hello.
All manner of fruits and vegetables thrive within the hidden gardens of Persephone, the one-time queen of all the underworld. A world of life, far from the realm of death.
What are these things?
Apparently he's never seen fruit and vegetables.
I'm here, Mother.
And I can't give her a gift. I just wanted to see if there was something else. Doesn't look like it, though. It looks nice, though. Alright, let's talk to Persephone here.
I begged the fates that you'd return to me. Perhaps I ought to be more careful how I speak of them. Tell me, how was your journey? What happened?
Father didn't make it any easier for me, nor would he tell me why he never sent for you after you left. So, I don't know what's going on still, but I wanted to see you again.
I wanted to see you too. Come, speak quickly with me, that our time together here may be as full as possible, all right?
I need to know what happened between you and Father. Why are you here and not with us?
I couldn't live with myself anymore down there. After I left Olympus, a long story in itself, I came to be with your father in the underworld. It was a shock, to say the least. The others in your father's house were welcoming enough, but I never felt that I belonged.
I know the feeling, I think. But you stayed, long enough to have me. Those whom I've spoken to about you, it's as you said, they have fond memories of you. And then you even had a child. Did he mistreat you?
No. Your father could be very difficult, though he was gentle with me. Soon enough, we got on fine. Better than fine at times, but when I was with child, I struggled terribly. Because child born of surface dwellers could not live down there.
Could not live down there according to whom exactly? The Fates?
According to them, yes. According to your father and to Nyx. Even having heard, I took my chances anyway. But when you emerged stillborn, it was too much. I fled. I fled and came to reside here. Above the notice of the underworld. Beneath the notice of Olympus.
But why would Father lie to you? If he never wanted you, or never wanted me, surely he had the means.
I don't know. I'm wondering the same. But oh, look at you, Zagreus. We're running out of time. It's happening again. Stay with me, please.
I'm trying, but I can't stay that much longer, I don't think.
Oh, my dear son. Then please, ask Hades what you asked of me. Why he would lie. Tell him I must know, the same as you. And you farewell. Until we meet again.
Until we...
Well, if there's anything the Greeks know how to do, it's tragedy.
Father, you...
Makes me actually wonder, though, if this is all a rouge.
Hello? Whoa, what happened to you? You just died? You just plain died, like nothing stabbed you, bludgeoned you, poisoned you, burned you, crushed you, blew you to bits, turned you to stone, but you're back here. Must have been those natural causes mortals talk about.
Probably.
Yeah, let's go with that.
You are not to aid him in these matters, Nyx. His foolishness is to be scorned and reprimanded, not indulged. Do we have an understanding?
We have an understanding, Hades, yes. He is your own son, after all, and therefore your responsibility. I, in turn, have my commitments to this realm and to this house. You have aided me in them, so I remain, as ever, in your debt.
It is not necessary to remind me. Surely all those who once defied my brothers and myself would much prefer a post within my house over eternity within the lowest depths of Tartarus. Not that the darkness there would trouble you.
I hate it when they fight.
Yeah, that's... Mommy, Daddy, please stop fighting. I think, honestly, there is something. Probably Zeus. I would assume Zeus.
I found her boy, my mother. Persephone, you remember her, don't you? She was pleased to hear about you. But I couldn't stay for long, and I have to find her again. So, guess I'll see you at the temple then.
The ghoulish features of the much reviled Hound of Hell all soften instantly upon the mention of a certain name. Briefly then, the monster is at peace.
Oh, he's not a monster, he's a good boy.
Isn't he, boy?
He's a good boy.
How did it go, lad? You've been gone a while. For good reason, I hope.
I found her again, sir, and we were able to talk some more. But I have so many questions left for her, and Father's certainly not been of any help.
Well, first of all, good work. I knew you had it in you. Secondly, you know what you have to do. Go find her, for as many chances as it takes. It's not just her you've sought. It's the answers to those questions that you have.
Yes, I will.
Ooh. He wants.
You took Lord Hades down. You really did. I've never seen him quite like this before. I could scarce believe it when he came up through the pool of sticks himself.
Seemed only fair in the grand scheme of things. He slew his own parents at some point, right? I think the Fates enjoy this sort of thing.
Come on, Zag. Take some credit where it's due. Though, you'll forgive me if I keep my distance for a little while, as I think you have some issues to resolve. You watch yourself.
Thanatos is like the bigger brother of this family.
I'm planning to.
Thanatos. Although it is my master who presides over the underworld, Thanatos is death himself, brother of sleep, an instrument for sending mortals to the underworld, more peacefully than violently. Mind you, as I did not encounter him myself when came my time, by Ares and Apollo's design. Yeah, so basically this is what the diamonds are for, board. So you can actually, so Underworld Renovation, make your weapons, Dark Thirst, also give you 20% gems. I don't understand that, honestly. But it definitely is like towards that meta progression. But the only thing I need right now in terms of gems is the Plunderer. And that just makes the trove even better. Unless, obviously, I want to do major redecorating. But these are all cosmetic. Every single one of these are cosmetic. And trust me, there is a lot of cosmetics. So in terms of, like, actual gameplay, I think I'd rather get the, like, in terms of actually beating runs consistently, I think I'd rather get the Nectar. Darkness is also a good one, too. Oh, here's another one. Chambers may contain a Erebus Gate? The Pact of Punishment is the key to entering these challenges at the Out of Reaches. That's a new one. Also, you just get more gems for being the bosses themselves. The only issue is, like you noticed, just I didn't get anything.
Zagreus, please tell me that the rumors are untrue. You really vanquished him? Have you completely lost your mind? You're going to destroy this blasted house.
Come on, Meg. Father had it coming for some time. What's your concern besides? The house is safe.
He's not going to take this lying down. He'll find some way to take it out on you, on all of us. You watch yourself or all of us will pay.
I will not let that happen.
Well, I better keep beating him then.
Here's what I caught lately. Pleasure doing business. Wretched broker, what's new, my friend?
Let's see. A Titan's blood for 200 gemstones. You know what? Why not?
I'll take that deal.
And get an ambrosia for 2 diamonds. So there's basically like a way to quickly just trade up. That's like, do you want the nectar for building up relationship with characters, or do you want them for other purposes? Which I'm going to actually use this for right now.
On my authority, I'd like it if you did this job for me. Is that all right?
Let's see. Plunderer Superior. Great Hall. What else do we get? Petals. Lots of flowers. You can really decorate this place. Contraption, an old bust. And lounge. Aquarium. I guess 500's the new mark then. I wonder if that actually makes the troves even harder. I'm surprised my character hasn't wanted to sleep either. But yeah, see, it's like this huge... Like, I didn't get anything worthwhile that run, really. Like, I can just throw more darkness into Olympian favor, and that actually helps a lot. Or I can give myself money. It really comes out how you really want to play this game. I feel like, if anything, this is probably the best.
I have no more darkness. All right.
I've got nothing.
I should go.
Wait, where's Skelly? Uh-oh. Skelly?
The path toward the surface lies somewhere beyond all that.
Wait, how many... Does this mean 70 is how many... Farthest chamber reached 71. I guess there's 71 chambers then. Per run, so you can't... I'm actually surprised. You have to actually basically do 2 full runs just to actually upgrade your keepsake. Like, either way, this game is definitely relying on you to, well, play this game a ton.
Hey. Is this what you really are?
Let's see. Critical attack chance. That's actually really good. This is also good, actually. Is it really only 2%? Yeah, Skelly just showed up, I just noticed.
Huh? So what exactly happened with the formerly pink window over there? Now it's got these sinister orange flames and an enormous pact of punishment hanging ominously over the exit. Father stopped by?
Pal, I don't know a thing about it, honest. I was just minding my own business when all of a sudden, wham! I get hit right in the back. I fall to pieces, no idea what's going on. When I finally come to, the window job was done.
As likely an explanation as any, I guess.
Alright, I always forget this is a charging... I'll admit, I actually like the bow with its auto fire.
Coronact, is this what you really are?
All that damage? That was nothing, pal.
Bloodstone dropped. You know what, let's actually take this for a spin.
The aspect of Chiron.
Well, can I see?
Oh.
New arrows or something there, pal?
Oh, I still have to do the charge.
Didn't hurt.
10 damage each. And that just increases the number of arrows.
Myself.
Interesting. That's actually really interesting. I wonder, though.
Chiron.
Does then this mean... Okay, no, so the bow is just the bow, okay. And if you want more bounties, then you gotta add or minus heat then. Interesting. Yeah, I think I'll go with the Chiron bow. Actually, I just realized what time it was. You know what? This is gonna take an hour just to get through another run. Even, like, it would only take like half an hour if I blitz through it, but it'll take me longer just because I'm gonna... Well, it'll just take a while. I think if anything, I'll probably stop here, actually.
Never felt so alive.
But, at the very least, we got 2 runs. Is there anyone else you can chat with in here? Unfortunately, Skelly seems to be the only one. Not curious what this is for, though. Like, usually every time you do a run, most of your conversations will happen here.
You reached the surface.
In the hall. Oh. Yeah, see? Like, Nyx.
Oh, how could he? You.
Yeah, so these guys will tell you if you can actually renovate something. And then Achilles will talk to you. And there's still the doors, which I still haven't even found out what they do. Poor guy. I don't understand that, honestly. I really don't. Your weapon's Dark Thirst also gives 20%. Oh, wait a minute. I get it now. Okay, so you know how the weapons... Actually, I can show you, actually. I just realized what that actually meant. Let's just switch over to Spear here. So you see here the,
Want a piece of me, boyo?
You see how it's dark and it's giving 20% darkness? That means it'll also give 20% gems. So every time I do a gem room, instead of 10, like, okay, like with the darkness here, I get 10 darkness plus 20%. So every time I do a darkness room, I'll get 2 more darkness. With the gems, instead of getting 5, I'll get 6. And of course, any sort of bigger amounts, with the exception of boss battles, you'll get more. So that's the actual effect of them. So that's Dark Thirst. Honestly, I think that's a waste of your gems. Like, there comes a point, like, basically where you don't need any more darkness. I actually, oddly enough, feel like I'm at that point. And I should be focused on, like, if you want to... Like I said, it's that weird meta progression. Like, the Nectar here makes sense, because that just will lead to more successful runs, because then the Nectar is also a palm. So that's like, why wouldn't you? Like, these basically just make your runs easier. I feel like, if anything, actually, Arebius, I don't understand what this is, so I feel like that should be my next goal, because I don't know what this does. But I feel like if I want more stable runs than the Nectar, like, it basically turns all of these into more... The gems were only for renovations, aesthetics. Do they have any other uses? The gems originally had a purpose, like, so originally, I was able to build fountains, I was able to build, fountains on other floors. What else? I was able to build the Desk of Fates, and the Desk of Fates here, was something that got put in my room.
Granted.
And that in itself, basically just
added to the fated list.
Gives you achievements. So, like, if I found all of Athena's boons, I'm only missing 1, I'll get 150 gems. Hey, how's it going, Frozen Hunts? How you doing, man? We beat Hades twice tonight. Wasn't expecting it, but we did it twice. 2 in a row. So, pretty good, honestly. Haven't gotten credits yet, though, so knowing this game, there's still more. Which is why we're still going to continue this. We're not going to continue this game as beaten yet, because we haven't even gotten the credits. Harsh conditions. Son of the god of the dead shall someday break free from the realm in which he was born, while under the many conditions of the pact of punishment. And the reward for doing all of these is 15 Titan's blood. So basically, like, they're just constantly giving you more. That's one thing you could build with the gems. And so you just constantly get more. Same thing with the mirror. It's like, I really actually, if I want to try and increase my chances of a success per run, I should be collecting keys. So I can actually then unlock the last, I'm guessing is the last 2 talents. I wouldn't expect them to be another one here on this list. I think I found a good build that's consistent right now, that is doing the job. Especially with an extra 50 health at the start. Then yeah, like I said, a lot of progress this time. We found Persephone twice, and there's still a lot they haven't actually done yet. Or I get to stand here and just enjoy.
Come, shades, I don't have all day. Or night.
Or just watch them all be sentenced. What happens to you, little guy?
Really? Denied.
Aww. Off they go.
Next.
And yeah. I think if anything's probably... Actually, wait, did I check the shop already? Yeah, I already took the limited time item, or offer. But yeah. Like, it now just comes down to... Now that I can actually improve the power of these weapons and such, it just comes down to... how much more I'm actually willing to, how much more I'm willing to actually play and keep doing these runs and such. Because, like, this will just make your game a whole lot easier. Like, if you specialize in something, you can just do stuff. Decide to take a look at the requirement for the ending. That wasn't what you expected. Well, hopefully I'll actually find it. Hopefully I'll find it. I'm assuming, like, there's gotta be more, because Supergiant Games doesn't do... Like, they just have a story to tell. And so there's no way... There's no way I'm done yet. But it makes me wonder how many times I just had to beat this game, though. For now, let me take a look and see who else is streaming. I'm pretty sure you will. I don't know, actually, what will be... I would be surprised if it wasn't just beating the game. There's post-game in it, too. That doesn't surprise me. Like, it's a rogue game. Why would it not have a post-game? Even if you're done with the gungeon is not done with you. It's that same thing. The only thing I'm thankful is the gungeon is very self-contained in itself. You know, the one thing that matters is that was designed as a shoot-'em-up. So they were very focused on actually making sure it was very fair, and how dodging was more important than just simply shooting your guns. For now, since it is a Friday night here, don't know if I'll actually be doing any more on over the weekend. Really don't know. What is going to happen, though, I'm going to start actually publishing all of the YouTube videos. I've uploaded a good amount of them from 2016, but there's still a lot left to upload. So I'll be uploading another batch to go through. So I'll probably just leave the title and put in the date in for the title. And if you want to see some of the older streams, they'll still be in the same quality. Like I said, it'll take a while before we catch up to today, or to 2020. Like I said, I'm still in 2016, but I'm going to try and upload as many as possible here. I'm trying to go for like 5 a day. So it takes a while to upload 2-hour video pods there, but hopefully once we get caught up there, I'll actually be able to just do like wait 24 hours and then just upload the next one. But Until then, though, guys, have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Thank you very much for watching. Until then, take care.